What is up, guys? Welcome again to my channel, Predator Collectibles. And as always, I'm your host, Glenn Taylor, and we talk about pretty much anything that you can as a collector of the Predator franchise: action figures, comic book statues, prop replicas. I know I usually always say that in the beginning of my video, but you never know who's going to be new and watching my videos for the very first time. So you're going to see that intro kind of be repeated at all times. But today is going to be kind of short. It usually depends upon what's going to be happening for the month of June. I know it was the 33rd anniversary of Predator. I tried to cater to not necessarily the film, but the Jungle Hunter himself. So I did some retro-based things, which I'll leave a link up here in the archived version of this live stream. I did the Micro Machines Gloob Predator playset from the movie. I also had something really cool in my collection that I was able to get, and that was, of course, Medicom Japanese Jungle Hunter. Really cool figure, being since it's a Japanese toy. Something that was discontinued because he came out in 1996, roughly about 24 years ago. And I still need to get the other two. There's a glow-in-the-dark, there's a cloaked. Hopefully the cloaked version won't have that yellow tint, because as it ages, whatever vinyl plastic they use, Kenner was notorious about it with their cloaked Predator. All of the material and the plastic that they used, which was a PVC, I think, which is polyvinyl chloride, the cloaked version usually turned a yellow tint. But hopefully the person never put out in the sunlight. That would definitely give you that yellow color. And that's pretty much all I did for the month of June. I didn't really get anything as far as my collection other than him. And I did not get Alpha. I pre-ordered Alpha, but Alpha is not going to be coming to me until probably July 17th to the end of July. So we'll have to wait and see what happens on that one. But overall, I think that for this month, there are some interesting things that are coming for the San Diego Comic-Con exclusives. So far, NECA has said yes, they will definitely have exclusives. I have not seen a Twitter post as of yet of what the exclusives will be. I'm still waiting on that. I'm sure everybody is. Right now, they just released the whole Casey Jones and Disguise Raphael for Walmart. That blew up and sold out very quickly. I'm not collecting Ninja Turtles or anything. I'm just showing the trend of who's collecting what and when and where. So that's usually what I'll be doing. Now, next month, because it's the 10th anniversary of Predators, there will be definitely a Predators type of shirt that I'll be designing or have already designed. So make sure that you stick around for that. I do have some other shirts, which I will leave down in the description below, again, after this live stream is over. I'm really happy to have designed some really cool shirts for you guys as Predator fans to enjoy. I haven't sold other than one shirt, which was the Hunters Begins or Hunt Begins shirt, which said 1987. I was really proud about that one, and I hope whoever bought it is going to enjoy it. The other thing that NECA did release, or announce, I should say, is the Stalker and Guardian Ultimate Editions. And I really think I'm kind of excited for an upgraded version of Guardian with the blasting cannon. And I'll show you pictures of them right this minute. So Guardian, I think, is fantastic. And I really love how NECA is able to give you a head sculpt, but also keep it aligned with the character that they already have established, not changing it from one spectrum to another. So Guardian definitely has a lot of accessories with the P2 staff or combo stick. He still has his armor, he still has his paint scheme, and they went ahead and gave him a huge cannon which attaches to his arm. That, I think, is awesome. And I really love how NECA is thinking outside the box and definitely being, I would say, an intricate role to the Predator franchise for just pretty much just innovative and thinking what else can we add to this character that he doesn't already have, such as a head sculpt that is unique to the Guardian, keeping in line with his paint scheme. So that's what I really love about NECA. It's not, his head's one color and his body is a whole different color. It's completely 100% symmetry to what he already is looking like. And it's already going to be motif, and as far as that cannon, going completely aligned with the rest of his armor, and I really do love how NECA is able to do that. Now, Stalker, on the other hand, Stalker is what I would consider the brother boar, because there's two different characters. There's the boar and the brother boar. This is the brother boar that was sculpted by I forgot his name. I'm bad with names. I'm sorry, but I did interview him, and I'll make sure I leave a link up in the description above. But I'm not sure about his armor though. I know he doesn't necessarily have any armor in Predator 2, so this is more of an addition than it is more of anything else. But I definitely, again, just like with Guardian, I love how his face sculpt and his paint is very symmetrical to everything else regarding his body. Now, we already know this is going to be a Jungle Hunter head sculpt as opposed to the Predator 2 normal head sculpt. But I think it's mainly due to the fact that with his helmet, you can, put it on or take it off, and that was probably based on the face sculpt that would only fit that bio helmet. Again, the only pet peeve I have, and it's probably just a picky thing, is the chest armor. Other than that, I absolutely adore both the Stalker and the Guardian. I can't wait for these Ultimates to come out. I think their release date is going to be in October, and that's definitely a buy for me for both of these characters, along with all the other Ultimates they've already released or announced, Borg and the other one. So, yeah, I think NECA is, like I said, an intricate role to us as fans to continue to invest in this franchise. I plan on investing directly into 20th Century Fox. Not sure if I really want to invest into Disney, but that's just, I know Disney kind of owns the assets of the Predator at this point, but we'll have to wait and see if I want to invest in Disney. I know Disney Plus is a few things for the investment or financial part of the company. I'm just not sure about it. But 20th Century Fox right now is just more of a news broadcasting service stream. But it is what it is. What's up, Prodigy? I'm doing alright. What you been up to? Did you get Alpha as well? Because unfortunately I didn't get Alpha. Like I said, I have to wait till July. Financially, that's perfectly fine by me because I'm well ahead of the game and I've been able to save more money, hopefully for something big next month. If it's not going to be next month, it'll be in August. Nice. Well, you're lucky. I did try to get Alpha for June because there was a lot of that Jean-Claude Van Damme suit for Alpha that I really wanted to touch base on. That is part of the whole canon and history regarding the Jungle Hunter and for the film. So I really wanted to touch base on what could have been, but luckily for us it got changed from Jean-Claude Van Damme to Kevin Peter Hall to the Predator we now know and love. And I really wanted to do that for the 33rd anniversary, but it is what it is. What's up, Trash? Just out of curiosity, since both of you are now online, and I know, Trash, you're currently in Scotland, is 7:30 for these live streams, is that too late? I know everybody voted for 7:30 when I first did a poll, but I just wanted to, I need to know if I need to do this a little bit earlier in the day. Oh, Ireland. Sorry. I thought it was Scotland. I must be thinking of Scott Smith, because I know he's in Scotland. Yeah, so I want to know if I need to do this a little bit earlier, because I know it's a little bit, like right now it's 7:30 my time, but I don't know if it's the right time for anybody else. It could be either midnight in the middle of the night or right at the right where everyone can get on. But I just want to know your guys' thoughts. Okay. I'm just making sure. See, Trash, because it's 1:40 in the morning, I didn't know if you even are awake usually at this time of the day. I'm a late person. I'm one of those kind of people that I have more energy at night than I do during the day. I'm groggy, irritable during the day. I am not a morning person at all. What's up, Terminator? Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. Now, I think what I'll do is I'll probably do this a little bit earlier, probably around maybe 4 o'clock, 3 hours earlier. That way, everybody should be able to be, especially on a Saturday, where everybody's awake, unless they don't already have plans. I don't have insomnia, but I guess I kind of do. My mind don't shut off. I'm always constantly thinking about different things. Man, Phil, I haven't seen or heard from you in a while, bro. What are you up to? I'm glad you're able to make it, Phil. Yeah, Sam, I'm already drinking coffee. I woke up at around 4:30 in the afternoon. I love my sleep. I sleep in on my days off. Let's see. Alpha's awesome. Two things. His feet are a bit small. You need to stand as he's top heavy. I can believe that. Yeah, Phil. I'm trying, Phil, to save my money. My son and I were talking every single day. He really does not like the fact that I'm here in Alabama. He lives in Oregon with his mom. So I'm trying very hard to quit my job, go to Oregon to be with him, and just start living, my life with him. It's a long story, but I'll explain more to that when I get there. But I'm 37 years old, and the job that I have is fast food. Never been promoted. Like I'm done. I'd rather start doing other things that I enjoy, like collecting. So Phil, if I may ask, I need to watch more of your videos. Did you get anything really cool from the horror lineup? Because my horror things are more like 1930s horror, Dracula, the Universal Monsters, 1980s slashers, Crypt Keeper, Freddy Krueger, stuff like that. That's the only real horror stuff that I collect. All the horror movies that are coming out now is more like jump scares, like Paranormal Activity. You really can't collect on movies like that, so I was just curious. What's up, Total40? New here, I just started collecting NECA predators about 2 months ago, and about 60 already. It's very addicting. It's very, very addicting. But what's really addicting is when you start going from NECA and you start going into things like this. This is from Medicom, right? So this is a Japanese vinyl toy. These are hard to come by. Try to get these. This is about 10.5 inches, Real Action Series Predator. These are really, really cool. So, I know NECA has the 1/4 scaled action figures, but they're going, what, $200 to $300 a piece now? When they first started out, it was only $100. I have 10 of those, but I only have one of him. Got a killer sleepwalker busting. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, the Toonie Terrors I really like, but those are again franchises like The Nun, um, Leatherface, 1980s slashers. I know Randy is really big on the 1980s slashers, Pinhead, and stuff like that. An alien egg bear koozie. That's nice. I know there's can koozies for Predator, but it's just a plastic koozie with a Predator logo on it. It's nothing really special. There's a lot of things I need to get that's relatable to drinking and food related items for Predator. There's like the popcorn buckets that you can get from the movie theaters. There's the cup tops of the AVP franchise. I have a couple of those already. Project's got a big chap, nice. That's a good. So Trash asks, was it only the first wave of alphas to get the Predator Hunting Ground alpha code? Never got one with mine, and it was new. I know there was a certain, I wouldn't say number or quantity. It had to do with how you ordered it or pre-ordered it, and the time frame in which you pre-ordered the alpha figure. Like, I don't even know if I were to go to Target like right now and get alpha code for Predator Hunting Grounds if I got it directly from Target. I wouldn't be able to answer that question. I know if you ordered it directly from NECA on their eBay store, you definitely got the alpha code. If you pre-ordered it from Big Bad Toy Store, I don't know if those, like, I pre-ordered mine from Entertainment Earth, and it's delayed. Like I said, it was supposed to be shipped out in June, and now we're looking at the middle to the end of July. So I don't know if I'll even have the code, but I pre-ordered it, so technically I should have the code because I already ordered it in advance. It's going to be kind of iffy. And I don't know if trash, based on your question, if it has to do with demographics. I highly doubt that because you're in Ireland, that shouldn't be a factor. Because I think Randy said that now over 20 different countries can order things like alpha. That's cool, Phil. The Alien Eggs film they took super thick. Nice. How's the pillar? I've thought about grabbing the Alien vs. Predator pillar, but for $40, I'm like, it's just the pillar. What am I supposed to do with it? I mean, for decorative purposes, it's great, but you think about if you want to do a diorama scene, the temple itself has way more than just one pillar, right? So if you want to try to make a diorama, you'll have to buy one pillar on the four corners, one on the behind, one on the front. So you're already looking at $180 maybe for the four pillars. That's too expensive for me, I think. GameStop and Zip. Thought it was a game store. And yeah, I don't know, trash. If I actually, because someone gave me their code, so I already have alpha for Predator Hunting Grounds. If mine has a code, trash, you, since you've already claimed that you don't have one, I'll give you my code. Because I already have the code. Someone doesn't have the game, they don't play PlayStation, they don't even play video games, they just like collecting NECA figures. So this person already gave me their code, I'll give you mine if mine comes with it. Yeah, I'm like you, trash. The pillar is just too expensive. Just sell a plastic block. Yeah, I'm not gonna get the pillar. If I do, I'm only going to get the one. But I'm still hesitant on it. Oh, really? Phil said he only got it for $22. Nice. Yeah, like Prodigy even said, I've seen it going for $80 or more. I mean, the retail value, like I said, on the pillar was only $40. So for $40, it's not super expensive for what it is. It's just if you have intentions of making a diorama with it, you would need more than one, right? So you're already looking at something very expensive. Let's see the question. Do you have a video on your Predator collection? I don't. And I'll explain why. I have so much of Predator stuff in my collection. There is a closet behind me, behind this wall, slap full of boxes. I have 15 to 18 prints, and these prints are 24 by 36 in size or dimensions. And there's a print right here that's 24 by 36. It's so much wall space. I have 30 years of collecting Predator. I have almost, with him added to my collection, probably about 380, almost 400 individual pieces. That includes NECA, Diamond Select Toys, Kid Robot, which is owned by NECA, Blue Crate stuff, art prints, like I said, original comic book art. I have 38 original comic book pages spanning over 8 comic books. I have over 300 comic books for the variants and the graded comics. I have so much stuff. I won't be able to do a full video of what I have, until I get a house. I would need a house. An apartment won't do it. And not even a townhouse won't do it. I need a mansion or something to that effect. The pillar was going for 70 British pounds. Mobile GameStop. That's too much. Prices, yeah. Dude, that's the thing about with this franchise. I see a lot of collectors when they were kids. They had it, either they destroyed it, they got rid of it, they sold it, whatever the case may be. I've never sold anything out of my collection. I had no intentions of selling. I'm not the kind of person. I guess you consider me a hoarder, but at the same time, if I have a duplicate of something like I did on my video of selling my Predator collection, which I'll leave up here for that video, if I have a duplicate, I don't really need a duplicate. And I see if it's taking up space, and I see really why did I get a duplicate other than to have it be graded. That was my whole purpose of getting like the NECA figures. If I have two NECA figures, one will be graded by Action Figure Authority. The other one I was going to open to review and put on display, while the other one is still in its sealed capsule from AFA. So yes, you can have graded action figures, graded comic books. So I will definitely get more of my comic books graded. I'll definitely get some action figures graded. It'll be expensive, but that value will go up because they're graded from an official, grading company. So that's my whole plan. So Hunter Love, you're late, but you didn't really miss anything. I really want a duplicate of Alpha. Prodigy, if I may ask, why a duplicate of Alpha? Because the beautiful thing about those boxes that NECA is now doing with the Ultimates, you can take them in or out of the box. That's just personally my thing. Like this guy, I'll print him up again. So I put him right back in the box, just like I got him originally. I took him out of the box, reviewed him, and I put him right back into the box. That's what I love about these kind of boxes, because I can do that. It's optional. I can either have them out, be displayed, or leave them in the box. So buying duplicates of things that you can take in or out of the box is not really necessary to buy a duplicate anymore, unless you have the card backs like the old Wave back in 2010 Predators, and if they have no intentions. Perfect example would be like Serpent Hunter from the AVP game. That's not going to be reissued, I don't think. So I would definitely buy a duplicate of that because it was on a card stock or card backing. That was not in an individual box. Who sells stuff from their collection to buy more? Well, it depends on what you're selling. If I sell junk and crap, then I know I'm not going to collect. Like I went to, there's a place in Arizona called the Collectors Marketplace, and they have a bunch of stuff. So I went ahead and I traded equal exchange. Whatever the value of my stuff was, I went ahead and I traded it for stuff that I really did want. So all the video game stuff that I bought, I had 4 12-inch Final Fantasy X figures. I had Luna, I had Aaron, Titus, I think I had Yuna, or any one of the. I had 4 characters. They were bigger than the Predator figure. I also had Solid Snake from Metal Gear Solid. That was a doll from Konami. Traded him for a 1/4 scaled Gypsy Danger. So, and I also got my Hot Toys that way. My very first City Hunter Hot Toys. So, depending upon what you're getting rid of, like I don't even play video games that much. If it's Predator related, yeah, I'll play it. I think I want to get Spiral, Bloodborne, and a few others. But all the games I used to play, I just didn't play them anymore. So I traded him for Predator stuff. Yeah, I'm like you. So he even says, trash says I adore collector-friendly boxes. It's well worth the money to get one collector edition base box so you can take them in and out of the box. One in package, one in out, honestly, because it has the 100th edition. Just thought it would be cool. That's cool. I'm not, judging your project. I was just curious. I didn't want you to waste your money. But the 100th edition figure from NECA, I think, may go up in value. So if you want to keep one just in case you needed to trade it for something that you really want, it's whatever. I don't judge people on how they collect. I just want to make sure that if you're collecting do it for the right reasons. Don't do it just because it's a trending thing. Don't do it because of money. Where I seen, what was it? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, someone took a screenshot of someone ordering like 25 of the Raphael and Casey Jones, and they bought it for like, was it 25 of them for $3,000 total out of the door cost to resell. Even Randy said don't even go on eBay to get scalper prices. He has every intention of restocking things to make sure everybody has their chance of getting it. So just don't buy eBay scalper prices. Don't even think about it. I'll even put up here in the cards, on the archived version of this live stream, my eBay tutorial. There's a lot of helpful information on that, on how you can shop on eBay. You have to make sure that the shipping cost does not over exceed the retail value of the price of the item, and a few other things. So Trish says, what other Predator or human characters would you like to see in Predator Hunting Grounds? Based on their DLC or downloadable content, which is, if you're not a video gamer, that's what it stands for, downloadable content or DLC. I want to see Harrigan. I want to see Danny Glover for Predator Hunting Grounds, and that would be dope. That'd be so sick. For the 30th anniversary, if they actually have Danny Glover come back like they did with Arnold as a playable character in Predator Hunting Grounds, that'd be super sick. And then you have the City Hunter around that time frame as a playable Predator. I'm so sick. I would so want that in Predator Hunting Grounds. It's not even funny. I think City Hunter Love would be right up there with me about that one. Senator says, no man, I can never sell my Predator stuff to get other Predator stuff. Go grind and make money to buy more. Yeah. Like I said, if I have a duplicate, I mean, why have a duplicate? If I have no intentions of getting it graded, that'd be the only reason why I would have a duplicate. Other than that, I feel it's a waste of space, and I'd rather have someone else have an opportunity to getting something that they don't already have, and just paying it forward, just giving back to the community. That's what I'm all about on this channel. All about Predator community. All about the collectors. Would you consider buying the Alpha Predator? Well, I already have them on pre-order. If, for whatever reason, if I don't get them by the end of July, what I'll do is I'll probably buy Alpha early and just cancel my pre-order. But, you know, I have to, it's just a wait and see game. Yeah, so Love, you told me. Trendy. Yeah, you told me about how you felt about it. And I agree with you, 100%. There are some people that are now buying it because it's trending popularity, because NECA is releasing their Ultimate Predator line. So if you missed out on the first wave of the Lost Tribe, now they're re-releasing it. So now you have an opportunity. So now you're seeing people clamoring over these new Ultimate figures. Yeah. Sorry, excuse me. I know you probably heard the slurping. What's the most expensive NECA Predator currently? Big Red? Well, that's a subjective question. Is that the 1/4 scale Big Red, or are you talking about 7-inch figures? Big Red as a 7-inch figure has not been trending very high expensively. If you're willing to spend between $60 to $70 for Big Red, 7-inch figure, that's not bad at all. The 7-inch scaled Serpent Hunter from the AVP game, that's probably the most expensive. He's trending between 140 to 150 bucks. I think the most expensive one I saw was 170. He's probably the most expensive 7-inch figure. Is the Serpent Hunter from the video game. Big Red is not that expensive anymore, unless you try to get the 1/4 scaled version of Big Red, which I already have. I have the 7-inch and I have the 1/4 scaled Big Red Predator from NECA, both of which are mint in card. I didn't open Big Red, which just makes sense, man. He's just like a perfect figure. That's cool. I think I really wish I had got him to review in time for the 33rd anniversary of Predator. Like I said, Alpha to me, I know most YouTubers, and I'm not, you know, bashing the YouTubers who do reviews on a constant basis of whatever it is that they collect personally or professionally if they get paid on their YouTube channel, monetization wise. I don't think they would know exactly what Alpha pertains to the bio helmet, his armor, the history behind his armor. And yeah, I know I have so much behind the scenes footage of Jean-Claude Van Damme. I have pictures of him being casted. There's actually live casts of his arm and everything, of him being prepped for the suit, him being in the suit, sculptors sculpting the bug-looking head. I have so many pictures. I think I have over, what, 2 gigs worth of pictures behind the scenes of that film, of the first movie. So what is your most expensive predator you have? Micro Machines? Nope. The most expensive predator I have. Are we going again with NECA or just in general? I'm just curious. The most expensive predator I have. I mean, I did a video of the top 5 most valuable predators, but I think in terms of value, that's the NECA 1/4 scaled figures. The most expensive one I have. I don't know. See, that's really kind of subjective too, because what really is expensive to one person wouldn't be expensive to another person. As far as I'm concerned, I'd have to say the 1/4 scale NECA figures are probably the most expensive toy that I have, because I have 10 of them, right? So now with inflation and the fact that you can't get them because they're limited to 5,000 pieces for each line, retail value is $100. I have, so they're $1,000 total. But since they're now on eBay aftermarket, they're $300 a piece. So you're probably looking at anywhere between $2,000 and $2,500 total. That's probably the most expensive. If I did not care about the 1/4 scale NECA figures, I'd probably sell all 10 of them so I can actually get a statue. But I would be clamoring to try to get and rebuy all the 10 back, so I just keep all the 10. Unlike with City Hunter, there's no point to selling Predator stuff just to get more Predator stuff. You might as well just keep it and just save up your money and buy the other one. So yeah, that's probably the most expensive toy that I have. The most expensive item in my collection for a Predator would be my actual cast and someone who has access to the original mold of the stunt bio helmet. I have an actual casting of the mold. So in other words, when you take a mother mold, you pour the resin, it's part A and part B of the resin, and they actually poured it into the mold and pull out a casting of the stunt bio helmet from the original film. So I have 2 of those helmets. They're both raw right now, but I'm going to have Screaming Mad George, who is an artist, have him paint one of the helmets, because he is the one responsible for painting the original helmet from 1987. I want him to paint my helmet, or one of them. Tresh asks, you got anything you plan for the 10th anniversary of Predators? I do. I have a shirt that I'm working on. I've made a decision to do either one or 2 things. I might buy something really big, but that will hinder me on moving to Oregon. I might wait, because right now I am projected to possibly have enough to go over there at the end of July, sometime by, in August. I don't know. I know I have 2 big things that I could definitely do for August for the Alien vs. Predator 15th anniversary. But as far as Predators, I have an idea, but I have to figure out what to do with that one. So definitely keep it on my channel, because I haven't decided yet. It just has to do with financials. That's what all it boils down to. Priorities. It's either, do I hold off on going to Oregon, or do I go ahead and go to Oregon. Do you know if there's any difference in the 7-inch NECA 25th anniversary Dutches and the 30th anniversary Dutches? There's really no difference. The 30th anniversary Dutches are the exact same as the 25th anniversary. I know which ones you're talking about. There really is no difference. All those NECA figures that you saw, I think there was, what, 7 or different 8 versions of the Jungle Hunter. There was about maybe 5 different versions of the Money Dutch, the Jungle Briefing Dutch, the Jungle Extraction Dutch. So there's really no difference. It's like if someone asked me about the Jungle Demon that was cloaked or partially cloaked between the Loot Crate version and the regular 30th anniversary edition. There's no difference. It was just the Loot Crate sticker that was on it. If you got the Loot Crate subscription box, you were able to get that figure early and have it, as opposed to you just waiting until the time of release and getting it still. The only difference was that sticker. It was the exact same figure. I have big plans, Evan. So he asks, do you have any plans on the 30th anniversary of Predator 2? I have a giveaway. I've been collecting Predator 2 stuff for a 30th anniversary giveaway. I think by that time I also may very well have 1,000 subscribers by then. I'm already at 847, and I want to thank you again very much for those who have subscribed. And I know it's a small number, but to me it's not small because you always start off at 0. And for a small niche channel like mine, it's not easy to gain subscribers. It's not also easy to get things that are either rare or discontinued, because I've been doing this for so long. I know what to look for, how to get it, and what was more valuable and more important than just sticking with just NECA. I mean, I can do NECA videos all day long, but it's not the whole purpose of the channel, right? So I love NECA. I just like Predator more, so I'll get anything and everything that is Predator. Clan later, yep. How long have you been around now? On the YouTube? My first video was in January of 2017. This is now 2020. So what? That's 3 years. I've been on YouTube for 3 years now. Which Hiya Toys Predator 2 figure would you consider? I would definitely consider the City Hunter. Both the battle damaged one and the regular one. I also like the Lost Tribe too. I think if you really want to start off with a figure, probably get the very first Elder, because I know Hiya Toys definitely has reprinted or has reissued their Elder Predator. Why, I have no idea, but they did. Try to see if you can find the original Elder before the re-release of the Predator 2 Elder figure for Hiya Toys. I don't know what the difference is. I'll definitely have to do a review on that for my channel. I'll get the first one and the second one just to compare if you want to hold off on that. But yeah, there's 2 different versions of the Elder. All the other Lost Tribe and City Hunter Predators from Hiya Toys, they're all the same, except for just one's regular, one's battle damaged, and that's pretty much it. I think there was also a cloaked, there was a cloaked City Hunter as well. But with the Elder, there are 2 different versions of the same figure. One's the first printing kind of an idea, and the other one's the second printing. But I would consider getting the Elder first. The first Hiya Toys Predator that I did get, and I'll leave a link up here for it, is the Guardian, just to see how Hiya Toys manufacturing processes, their articulation of the paint, because they're super small. They're about maybe that tall. They're about 4 or 5 inches, if that. They're smaller than a regular NECA size Predator. And for $20, it's not really that bad. It's just they can't stand that well, which is why they put a stand in there with it. All the Predators have a stand with it. And then there's interlocking pegs that you can line all the Predators up, which is kind of cool. But the fact that you know that your Predator cannot stand on its own and you need to put a stand in with it, it's kind of you're kind of putting a band-aid on an already open wound. That's just my opinion. But he comes with really cool accessories. You get 4 different hands, you get a skull, you get the disc, open disc. So it's kind of like a mini Hot Toys because of the amount of accessories you get with the Hot Toys. I think the value of the price is definitely there, and some of the paints are there. But the one pet peeve I had was the Jungle Hunter, and I'll leave that video up here too. The Jungle Hunter Hot Toys was a disappointment to me because they kit bashed the Elder pieces, put them together with the Scout, which is the Jungle Hunter biohelmet, with the Elder body. I'm like, really? You're really going to do that? Yeah, Scar Predator looks sick. I can't wait for the Haya Scar Predator. And that's something I forgot to put on this live stream too. Haya Toys just announced that they're coming out with a cloaked tracker. No, Falconer, sorry. A cloaked Falconer Predator, and they also are coming out with Celtic now too. So Haya Toys, I mean, I applaud you for definitely expanding the Predator universe, because they're definitely outselling a lot of the other lines that they have. Predator is right up there with their bread and butter, just like with NECA. I see if any announcement from Haya Toys, it's going to be a Predator hands down, more than likely, every single time. Do you think you will see any more human characters from NECA's Predator line, considering we're getting the rest of the crew from Alien? No, because you have to look at it, as Randy said, it's about likeness rights. If they can talk to Jesse, the Body Ventura, you know, I think he's either was or is the governor of Minnesota now. That's where he lives. So if they were to talk to Jesse, he's very political now because he's a governor. If they were able to get his likeness rights and get Blaine, I think that'd be really cool. Bill Duke, I think Bill Duke is probably more likely their best bet to get a likeness right from him, so we can get a Mac figure. That would be pretty dope for a 35th anniversary figure, possibly. I'm not sure about Poncho. Sonny Landham, who played Billy, unfortunately he passed away, so I don't know if his estate, anything, or whoever has ability or power to get that. I highly doubt it because, like I said, he unfortunately passed from diabetes. Yeah. It's unfortunate. But yeah, I did a video on Sonny Landham when I found out he had passed away. But he was, his health was failing. He already had an amputee. They had to amputate both of his legs. He was bound to a wheelchair. He died of I think it was a massive heart attack. But Billy is no longer with us. And same thing with Bill Paxton. I almost forgot his name. Bill Paxton unfortunately passed away from a normal operation, which is kind of weird. He died right there on the operating table. But if you want a Billy figure, the only figure you can get of Billy will be from Hot Toys. Hot Toys did 2 human figures of the Jungle, or 1987 film. It was Arnold Schwarzenegger and Billy. So that's the only official licensed Billy figure you will ever see is from Hot Toys. He's not, I really wish they would have changed his paint scheme, but I think because of maybe they did not obtain his likeness rights, that they decided, you know, we don't have his license rights, so we'll go ahead and we'll change his hair to blonde. I don't know why they did that, but yeah, his hair is blonde on the Hot Toys figure, and they camouflage his entire face. Because in the movie, he has black hair, and he only has, you know, 2 streaks of black underneath his eyes. Yeah, City Hunter Love always knows. She already knows about Carl Weathers. Oh, see, that's the thing too. I was supposed to, this coming month, was it August? It was either next month or August. Carl Weathers is supposed to go to be in Knoxville, Tennessee. And I'm supposed to go to Knoxville, but because of everything that's resurging with this pandemic, with the second wave that's coming up, Knoxville, Tennessee says, yeah, we're going to unfortunately have to cancel the event. So that was my actual goal, was to see Carl Weathers and interview him. I don't know if he was willing to talk about why he did not finally go with the likeness rights contract for NECA. That was one of my questions I was going to ask him. But it may have been on or off camera, depending on how he felt about it. The Hot Toys Predator model kits? You mean the Snap figures? I know there are Hot Toys made the Snap kit figures. You just put them together. I think those were the 1.0 versions of the Hot Toys. Or the smaller ones. They're not exactly model kits, but I know which ones you're talking about. I don't have them yet. I thought about buying one just to see how they would work, if they're really worth the amount of money. Hot Toys, depending upon their product, can be at times expensive, but I don't normally buy model kits. I think I have one City Hunter Predator 2 model kit. I bought it because it was 20 bucks. It was cheap, but I don't plan on probably painting it because I can't paint to save my life. If my life was at risk and you put a gun to my head, you might as well pull the trigger, because I can't paint. I could not paint anything. I actually spoke with someone not from Protos Games, but he's a collector and a miniature painter for Protos Games miniatures for the Alien vs. Predator game. He is willing to take commissions for painting one of my raw statues from Protos Games. So honestly, I need 2 more. I might grab them tonight or look for something else. That's cool. So I have a question. Since we're talking about San Diego Comic-Con, or at least that's the topic for this live stream, what do you think will be the exclusive figure from the Predator line that NECA will announce eventually? I'm surprised they haven't announced it yet. But what do you think they're going to announce for San Diego Comic-Con exclusive for a Predator figure? Do you think it's going to be a human? I know more likely it's not going to be. But I'm curious what figure they're going to release. I still have yet to... What's up, DJ? Good to see you too, man. I appreciate it. I try very hard to do these videos. It almost seems like this live stream is definitely well needed, because I know I do my videos on a weekly basis, but I think it was Einstein's theory of relativity that this whole month slowly crept by, where it felt like this month was more like 2 months. Yeah, we're doing the Wolf Predator. I am very excited to see Wolf Predator from NECA. Trash says Predator 2 reissues. You think that's going to be one of the convention exclusives? I don't know if that's going to be true. I know Randy said that he would release for each month. It would be a figure or 2 announced, all the way up till the 30th anniversary. And City Hunter Love, I read one of Randy's tweets. So we're going to be getting a reissued City Hunter. I don't know what they're going to do with him, but yes, we're definitely going to be getting a new City Hunter. I highly doubt it. If they're able to get Harrigan, if they're able to get Danny Glover's likeness rights for the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, that would be pretty dope. I don't see why they couldn't do it, but... Yeah, Tresh says, what's left to do with him? I don't know. I really don't. But Randy says that City Hunter will be coming out. But it's like you already have how many versions of him? What would you be able to do with him? Because if you try to change anything, you're changing the canon and how he looks and accuracy of the character. I have no idea. Shaman will definitely be remade. But that, again, that's going with how can you make Shaman? Because the whole purpose of Shaman as a predator, he was not a hunter. He was more of a spiritual advisor and a person who is to enforce the honor and code of the hunting. So you had the elder or clan leader to lead the clan into a hunt, and the shaman was more of the law enforcer. So as a spiritual guide and knowing that you definitely do not do this, as far as, you know, killing something that was not threatening or cannot defend itself, women, children, anything or younger that cannot defend itself, as a big no-no. You're not supposed to be doing that. So that was kind of Shaman's role. Shaman, his role was not to hunt. That's not what his purpose was. So to give him a weapon kind of alters his purpose as a predator on the ship. I don't know what they're going to do with Shaman. It'd be interesting to see, but I hope they don't give him a weapon. That's not his purpose. Retooling of the battle damaged. And more articulation. I don't know. If I missed out on the battle damage one, I have an already ultimate city hunter in my, you know, wall behind me. So it's like, how another ultimate city hunter? Prodigy's got the right idea. Says, I'd love to see an ultimate elder lost tribe. It'd really be cool to see. I'd like to see a retooled ultimate elder. Now that with elder being in predator hunting grounds, with his old-fashioned bio helmet, that would be pretty dope. I'd like to definitely see a retooled elder. I don't have a problem with that. Yeah, the boar predator will be in ultimate form. Just like we already got Brother Boar and Guardian. Yeah, City Hunter says the Hot Toys versions 1.0 are atrocious, and I absolutely agree. I had a friend of mine who has all the 1.0 versions of the AVP Predator 2 line. The Lost Tribe 1.0 versions are actually not that bad. It's just City Hunter, Wolf, Elder, all the AVP 1.0 versions. There's too skinny. They're bobble-headed skull slip. Oh, they're so ugly. And they still wanted $200 to $300 a piece for them at the time. I was like, nope, 2.0 versions you need. Like the 2.0 version of the Wolf, definitely have him. I have the classic 2.0. Well, technically that's the only version of him anyway. And the 2.0 version of City Hunter. Prayer to Broom Lady in Ultimate. That'd be funny. She passed away. I don't even know if you can get her likeness rights. Could you do that figure? Herb. Get out, there's someone in the bathroom. I don't know if you can get her likeness. City Hunter, she's my spirit animal. Okay, I have a, here's a San Diego Comic Con topic I want to get your guys' opinion on. So with, this is the Diamond Select Toys gallery. I am definitely getting it, but I'm not reviewing it. And the reason is because technically I've already reviewed this statue, and I'm going to leave it let up here in the cards. It's going to be, again, one of those live streams where I'll definitely put a link in it. Really, Diamond, I really wish you had done better on this head sculpt and paint. I know it's ZBrushed sculpted, but I'm definitely getting him, but I'm not reviewing him. So I want to know what your guys' thoughts are on this gallery piece. I think Diamond Select Toys could have done better. So what are you guys' thoughts? Yeah, Trust says it looks kind of sloppy. Is it really worth getting? I'm only getting him because it's going to be a nice, good complimentary statue to go with the masked version, which I already did a review on. Like I said, that's going to be up in the cards, or I'll leave a video down in the link description. But yeah, as far as his paint, if this is going to be the finished product, the paint's just too sloppy. His teeth are not sharp. They're not jagged. They're not. It's just nah. Well, if you're looking at it, Evan, this is in my video that I did a review on for the masked version of this. This is actually done in ZBrush. It's a 3D rendering software, and I'm only letting you go through the slideshow to show you, how, in my thoughts, what this is. This does not require to me, in my personal opinion, a review, because the only thing they changed was the head. That's it. Yeah, I'm definitely going to hold off and wait to get it cheaper. I have them on pre-order. I might go ahead and cancel the pre-order because of this price. This is going to be $49.99 retail. If you try to get something like it's mint condition or anything like that, it's going to be $52 with shipping. But yeah, it's a ZBrush sculpted 3D rendering software. What it is, they'll take it piece by piece, put it back together again once it's been 3D printed, and then painted from there and given to us from Diamond Select Toys. So if you'll notice, even in that picture, there's a line right underneath his shoulder bell armor. In this photograph, there's a seam line, and that's what they actually did to put them together. But yeah, I'm not going to review it for this as a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, just not, because I don't see a point. If I've already reviewed him, and unfortunately at the time of my review, one of his dreads came off, or it came unplugged, because there was actually a notch or a slot where his dread is supposed to be glued in, I guess, but it came undone. And when I went ahead and got an exchange, I got the exchange in the mail. The box was damaged, and the biohelmet eyes were supposed to be painted black. They weren't painted. So, I don't know. I don't know if this is more of a manufacturing flaw or not, but I'm just not going to review him. I'll definitely review the NECA figure in August. But because of the 15th anniversary of AVP, I have a big, kind of really cool review. And I also have a display case unboxing for that month because it's AVP related. Evans asked, would you pick up a life-size Gore Predator mask? There actually already is one from Cool Props. That is a 100% true replica. I think when I say replica, I think if anything it was pulled out of the original mold, because there are things on that helmet, the dents, the paint. There's actually a piece underneath his chin that you can identify, and I'll make sure I'll do it in my review. Right here, there's a part, because all the biohelmets, even the Predator's armor was kit bashed. And I'll go more into that too. But right here, there's a part that you can only get from another piece that was there. So I know for a fact that it's from the original mold. It had to have been. So, Predator. He didn't really miss that much because we're talking about NECA pretty much most of the time. And I just showed off the gallery from Diamond Select Toys piece for San Diego Comic Con exclusive. I will be getting him, I just will not be reviewing him. Fresh says, regarding the gallery piece, that's too much. The paint scheme looks just a wee bit better than an Eagle Mouse mini statue. Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff, Evan. I don't know if you are a subscriber or not. If you are, I appreciate it. I have so many ideas for this channel. It's not even funny. I even spoke with somebody for the 30th anniversary of Predator 2. I'll be collaborating with for the giveaway. I'm not going to give off any details yet because we're only halfway through that mark. So again, this month of July is halfway through the year, so I'm really excited. Would you think Pride Alien be remade? Randy has hinted about that. He plans on remaking all of the AVPR figures, the Pred Alien, the Wolf. He may very well be retooling or remaking the Ridged, because the AVPR aliens are different from any other alien in the Alien franchise, which I like, but at the same time, regardless of how they look on their domes, the Dog Alien, Big Chap, Resurrection, Aliens, AVPR, AVP, they're pretty much a Xeno's a Xeno, right? Except for like the Newborn, the Neomorph. They're just, to me, they're all aliens. Yeah, like Prodigy says, they are going to be making an ultimate Pred Alien. So I can see them doing that. Because the Pred Alien himself from NECA is probably the most expensive alien that you can get from NECA on the third market on eBay. He's really expensive. I think he's probably between about $180 to $200 that I've seen listed. I don't know what he's sold for, but he's pretty high up there. But other than that, yeah, this for the month of June is not a lot going on. But what I want to know from you guys, and I don't know if City Hunter Love, if you asked this from your comic book store, I just got this from Dark Horse Comics. This is directly from them. Technically, this is Things from Another World, but Things from Another World is a retail version of Dark Horse as a publisher. So I'll read it to you. Your pre-order for Alien vs. Predator Thicker Than Blood, issue number 3. This also is the same email that I got for issue number 4, which was scheduled to be released on June 5th, 2020, has been canceled. Our order of this item has been canceled by our supplier, which is technically the same person, Dark Horse Comics, and we unfortunately are unable to obtain it at this time. We are terribly sorry for the inconvenience. You can check your account status at any time going to thingsfromanotherworld.com or tfaw.com. So this email, I got 4 of them. So for every pre-order that I got was for AVP Thicker Than Blood, issues 3 and 4. That email also pertained to Predators Hunters, issues 3 and 4. So halfway through the publishing process, I will not be getting issues 3 and 4 of either AVP or Predator Hunters 3. So I don't know if you guys knew that or not, but I received that email a couple of days ago. I only have issues 1 and 2. I don't know if I will even be getting issues 3 and 4 to continue the story. It says, oh, I can diamond select. I don't know if, did you guys know that, or were you worried about it? I don't know what the deal is. Now it says we cannot get it at this time, but I don't know what's going to happen with issues 3 and 4. For the 30 years I've been collecting Predator, this is definitely 100% unprecedented. And what I mean by that is I have never had Dark Horse Comics had to cancel halfway through a publishing of a comic book like Predators or AVP. Yes, how much are the Mezzets Predator figures sealed in the box costed? The Mezco Mezzets, they're cheap, dude. $10, sometimes $20, depending on the condition of the box. I actually have them, if you want them. I'm selling it. I have, what, 2 of them, if not 3 of them. I don't need the Mezzets. So, Evan, if you're interested, I'll definitely give you a fair, decent price on the Mezzets. Because that's one of the things I was trying to sell back in March. This is, like I said, this is the end of June, going into July. If you're looking to add the Mezzets Predators, you get 2 versions of the Jungle Hunter and 1 City Hunter, 3 figures in total. Now, if you're looking for the San Diego Comic-Con version of them, they're exclusives. The cloaked versions of those, probably $30, $25. But I have them already sealed in the box. I won't charge you much. I think I paid $20 for them. but to just, get it out of the way, no one's really asking for a lot of them. I'll give it to you for 15. If that's too much, I can go down to 10, but 10 is about the lowest I can go. Pretty says my authentic Prime 1 Predator Shuriken. Oh, nice. The hand. Pretty got the Predator, Fugitive Predator hand. I thought about pulling the trigger on that one, but again, priorities. I'm saving up to move. Now don't worry about shipping, I'll pay for the shipping. I think if anything, if you give me the address, shipping might be, I don't know, $5. I'll put it in one of those flat rate shipping boxes because it's very small. I think the box may be about, let me see it, that's all. It's usually, it has nothing to do with, well, dimensions do play a role, but it's more about the weight, and the weight's not that much. It's less than a pound. I think priority shipping has to be over 13 ounces. So it's not going to be that much. No problem, Evan. Oregon. But I still have to go to travel to, like I'm driving from here to Arizona, which I have to be very careful because the coronavirus is spiking again in Arizona. But all my stuff is in Arizona still. I'm still paying on the storage facility over there. No problem, Prodigy. I mean, that's the thing. Like, I don't try to scalp on these things because there's more than one listing on eBay, but if Evan is, like I said, trying to find them and he's having difficulty, that's right there in the back of my closet. It's been sitting there for I don't know how long since I did the review. It's been sitting there for months. So it's a small price, helps me to getting alpha or something to I can review the channel. Equal exchange. I'm not one of those people that price gouges. It's stupid. I'd rather have someone be able to enjoy something that they either didn't know about or can't get because it's a discontinued item, and you may come across it very rarely, depending on whoever already has it and lists it. I'm hoping beginning of September. I don't know. So, Michelle. I haven't heard from you in a while. I agree. Sitting on ourselves, I mean, that's what it's for. To be honest, it's important to enjoy what you have. Trash has or what Predator merchandise have you ever regretted buying? That's a good question. Have I ever really regretted buying anything Predator related? No? Can't think of anything. I may have regretted buying a price on something that eventually I could have easily gotten cheaper. But overall, I don't think I've really truly regretted buying anything. No. I haven't really regretted buying anything. Because the more that I look at it, and depending upon the item in question, if I look at it and the grant, like, I guess I could say I regret buying the Diamond Select Toys gallery statue, only because of the flaws manufacturally that it has. But at the same time, they're minor picks. Like I said, the bio helmet eyes are not painted. The entire whole helmet is silver. His eyes are not black like they're supposed to be. When I first got the exchange, his box was damaged. His cannon was pointing way the heck over here to the right when it was supposed to be pointing straight ahead. But because of the material that the cannon was made out of, I went ahead and very carefully twisted his cannon back to where it was supposed to be, put him back in the box. So because of the plastic that they used, the polyvinyl chloride, PVC, has memory to it. So I sealed them in the box, pointed the cannon directly to where it's supposed to be, and now that cannon sits perfectly where it's supposed to be because of the plastic having memory. But otherwise, yeah, that cannon came in stretched way the heck out here, and his eyelids weren't painted. That's more of, like I said, quality assurance or quality control. I felt that's probably like the worst buying experience I've had with any Predator item. But overall, it's now that his cannon is fixed, it's just now his eyes are not painted. So that's just, you can barely even tell unless you've noticed it. If you're comparing it one with his eyes painted versus the ones that aren't, that's a minor pet peeve. Have you bought anything from third-party markets? eBay, all the time, Evan. That's how I usually buy anything. It's old or discontinued is eBay. Mainly due to the fact it's either that or I know I can get a better reasonable priced piece from eBay because usually someone just wants to get rid of it. Either they don't like it or it's like whatever. I didn't like what I thought I was going to buy, so they'll just try to put it on 99 cents and let the market do its thing. If they sell for 50 bucks, they paid 40, they're $10 in profit. So yeah, it's usually eBay, or I'll buy it directly from the retail value. Because most of the time, if I buy something to review, it's time sensitive. Like Alpha, I was supposed to have Alpha already, and it's now been pushed back to middle of July. It is whatever. Curtis says, I regret a purchase I made. It's the original Kenner Scavenge still in the box. So, why did you regret purchasing him? If it's still in the box, Kenner Scavenge, that's pretty decent. I opened mine as a kid, so. Sitting Hunter Left says, my comic book guy said July for everything Dark Horse. Thicker Than Blood is due for a trade paperback. Actually, it's a pre-order. Well, I mean, I guess that's okay. I really want my monthly issues. If it's been delayed, like there was that Predator comic book, the no number or the one-off issue of the screenplay from Jim and John Thomas, that Predator with the bug-looking cover, that's still on my pre-order list. It's locked, meaning I can't, delete it. But that was supposed to be shipped out already, along with Thicker Than Blood and Hunters 3. The variant covers are still on my pre-order list. The regular covers have been canceled by the supplier per the email. But, is there a way to tell the real versus the fake 7-inch NECA figures? Yes and no. To answer that question, the Flore, I would suggest don't buy from China. If you see a cheap NECA figure and the location that it's in is China, it has nothing to do with coronavirus at all. It has nothing to do with COVID-19. It's just, something is fake when it comes from China. My buddy Matt Broyles, I already did one of his collection room tour videos, and I'll leave that down in the description. But yeah, he showed me one of his bootleg China-based play arts figures for the Predator, and I could definitely tell a difference between the real one and the fake one. The NECA figures, I don't know if you can tell a difference, but I don't do it. I don't buy anything from China when it comes to action figures. If it's not here in the U.S., more likely it's a bootleg fake. Trisha will not be delayed due to the simulations being stalled. Yeah, I'm like trash. If my email says the supplier says they can't get the monthly issues, I hope they still did the trade paperback, but normally I don't buy trade paperbacks. I can get them graded, but I enjoy doing the monthly issues. That's just personally me because each cover has its own artwork, and I enjoy the artwork out of it because I'm an art collector. That's what I think we as collectors are. We're collecting art. But that's, my personal opinion. Most people don't see it that way, but I do. So if anyone questions me, why do I collect action figures? I'm like, why do you buy shoes? Why do you buy dresses or purses? Why do you buy cars? they depreciate in value. What I buy doesn't. I don't like any of the original Kinder Predators. Oh, okay. These aren't my thing. That's cool. I've asked, do you have any of the NECA Dark Horse Predator figure? Or do I have it? I do not. The 25th anniversary Predator Dark Horse figure, I don't have it. I have been trying to pull the trigger on it, but I've been trying to think of doing a video on it. But I think overall what I really would love to do is to review that figure with Chris Warner, the person that actually drew the cover of Predator Dark Horse comics. Now, let's see, that would be a video. If I was actually to interview Chris Warner and we discuss and review both of us at the same time. Chris Warner, because I'm going to Oregon. Dark Horse Comics happens to be in Milwaukee, Oregon. So how cool a video would that be? Me and Chris Warner together as an artist. He's now senior editor over Dark Horse. Both being him or reviewing an action figure being the 25th anniversary of that cover. That'd be dope. That'd be a really cool video. Jimmy, what's up, Jimmy? Yeah, see, I'm like with him. $30 Play Arts Jungle Hunter is a bad tip. Yeah, it's just, don't do it. If you see a Play Arts Predator from Japan, or it's supposed to be a Japanese figure, that's both the regular Jungle Hunter and the samurai looking one from Play Arts. If it's $30, don't do it. It's a bootleg right off the bat. Yeah, Bruce says the front label is a dead giveaway. Probably, based on the art style, and you can tell that it's been a print, like an inkjet printer printed it out. You can definitely tell. Trish says the thing with NECA Predator franchise actually came from the factory. It's usually a figure that was tossed during the quality control issues. Evan asks Jimmy, would you pick up the Hi Toy figure? Yeah, I would, Evan. I wouldn't pick up the Jungle Hunter one, personally. But that's just me. I'd pick up Elder. I would pick up the Predators, the AVP line, the ones that are coming out pretty soon. Celtic and Scar. Berserker looks pretty cool. I think Classic will probably be your best bet. But again, I want to see what Jimmy says. Yeah, I just don't buy anything that's fake. I just don't do it. The ABC vehicle from Aliens is insanely priced. I bet, based on its size. We're looking at, what was it? It's not a 1/18. Yeah, I think it's a 1/18 scale APC. The vehicle would probably be, I don't know, it's about that size, right? In a box to fit all the figures, because it does fit. You can actually put the figures inside the APC. It's about 10.5 inches in length, and because of that, it's going to be insanely priced. Because of the high toy figures, even at 4 inches, is $20. That's what, a full 100? Yeah, it's about $100 for the APC. 320 British pounds. Currency exchange, that's actually over $100. I wouldn't pay for that much. Even $20 I think is kind of a little overpriced for the Hi-Fi toys, but at the same time you're still getting a lot of accessories to go along with the character or figure. That's usually why I don't buy Alien stuff. I don't know. Predator is where it's at for me. So what are you guys excited about? Because I'll be honest with you, San Diego Comic-Con at home, I understand why they're doing it, but there hasn't been a lot of exclusives only from NECA and Diamond Select Toys. I'm only reviewing the NECA figure for the month of August. I may not even probably review it at all. I don't know, it depends on what their announcement is. Chris says, gotta go, dude. Alright, boss. I'll see you later. Thank you for stopping by. I know it's getting pretty late where you are in Ireland. I think what time is it? My time? 8:52. Alright. I think I'll give the live stream probably a couple more minutes, only due to the fact, like I said, it was very short. But I'm glad everyone was able to make it. But I just was curious what your guys' thoughts are for everything we talked about. What did you guys get other than Alpha? Because everybody's been talking about Alpha. Did anybody else get anything? I know, Prita, you said you got your Fugitive Predator Shuriken hand. That's an awesome grab, by the way. I'm just only curious because not a lot of people are talking about anything other than NECA. NECA's great and all, but I try to collect a little bit outside of the NECA spectrum. Okay, Evan. So I didn't know that. You live in Canada? That's dope. Because I'm excited that NECA said they're looking for one doing the Ultimates for Berserker, Trigger, and Falconer. I'm surprised they haven't done that this year for the 10th anniversary. But I guess because the 30th anniversary takes precedence over something that's, you know, a little more younger as far as time frame. And I'm glad that they chose Predator 2 because it's the 30th anniversary as opposed to a 10th anniversary figure. They might re-release it sometime next year for the Ultimates. Tracker, Berserker, and Falconer. We'll have to wait and see. So, Prita, how big is that hand? So I heard it's pretty massive. The Shuriken and everything, putting it together. That's gotta be pretty dope. I'm proud of you, Prita, from getting that. Well, Evan, I hope you didn't pay a whole lot for it, buddy. Evan says I ordered the Wasp Predator figure off of eBay. Well, I don't know. Wasp, usually he goes for around retail value between 25, 30 bucks. He shouldn't be that expensive. Even the albino Predator usually doesn't go for that much money either for the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. Senator says everyone's dumping their original NECAs now. Yeah. I'm not dumping mine if I already have it. It's just, if you're new to the game, at least now you can get what you couldn't have gotten beforehand. And I think Randy, because everyone's having trouble getting the originals, because they're going for, you know, over $100 a piece, like the Serpent Hunter. So, and it's the 30th anniversary, they're going to say, you know what, let's just retool them, give them actual face sculpts, and re-release them. I think the Ultimates are way better than the originals anyway. You haven't even pulled it out of the box yet? 4 feet tall. Holy crap. Well, you can't... The styrofoam to help, I want to say secure it, but to make sure that it travels safely to you. 4 feet tall. Hold on. This is a good thing I got a tape measure right here. Alright, let's see. 4 feet tall, you said. That's a foot. 3 feet. 48 inches. So if I put it right in front of me, and you can still see the tape measure. So I'm sitting down, so this is about 48 inches right here. I'll even turn it around because you can hear it on the floor. So that's 48 inches right here. Good God. If that's just the hand? Why? That's ridiculous. Okay, I have everybody. I don't know if you know this or not, but I've met Brian Prince. He plays the Fugitive Predator. He's tall, but he's not that tall. That's more like an assassin height. There's no way. I'm glad I know that now, because at least I would know where to put him. But that kind of towers over the bust, doesn't it? That's just my opinion. 4 feet tall. Okay. I'm actually glad that you got it, Prita. I can't wait to get my stuff in like that. That only tells me if a 1/4 scale Prime 1 statues like the Dark Horse comics covers, Big Game and Crack Tusk. I have Crack Tusk pre-ordered, but I had to halt on payments. I think a lot of people are halting other payments for both Sideshow and Prime 1 when 40 million people lost their jobs. Big boxes, the arm one before. Yeah, I was trying to say the ship box, that makes sense. It's 4 feet tall because the styrofoam and everything. I don't think itself, it might be half of that. 4 feet might be 2.5 feet in height. Someone else says they're getting bold with fakes, charging as much as real. I always read the description. The word is off in broken English. That's also a dead giveaway. It's good to know, City Hunter Love. See, I don't buy anything from China. I don't buy bootlegged anything. So I already know what I'm looking for. This is when they finally get moved in a couple of weeks and unpack it. I'll take a pic of it. That'd be cool. I appreciate that, Brita. Evan says, I've pre-ordered the 1/4 scale Gork Predator figure. How did you pre-order it? It's already been released. I'm just asking, Evan, because that's an old 1/4 scaled figure. I think it's cool that you're able to pre-order it, but usually pre-orders means that it's still in the manufacturing or, you know, quality checking process. Someone says the Dark Horse figure looks nice displayed with the first comic book. Yeah, see, I have a graded 9.6 CGC copy, first printing of the first printing of that comic book. I want that figure just because of that reason. So I also got my 2 signed copies of my Predator Stalker Shadows and the new Aliens Phalanx. Oh, okay, yeah, I remember that. I still have not got Stalking Shadows yet. For Predator Hunting Grounds, the prequel. I still haven't gotten that book. I still have to finish Alien vs. Predator Armageddon. And then I have to go into the Predator anthology book from Brian Thomas Schmidt, who is the editor of that book. I still haven't read his anthology book yet. I don't have time. That's another thing about what I'm trying to do, is I want my time back. At my age of 37, I don't know if anyone in the chat can, you know, fill this. Time is my valuable commodity and asset. I want so much time with my son, be able to enjoy, you know, what I do, read, watch a couple of movies. All I do is I wake up, go to work, come home, eat, check my YouTube analytics, design a few things, edit videos, go to bed, and repeat. Like, I shouldn't be doing this at my age, especially at a fast food restaurant. All right, Evan. So I gotta go because tomorrow's my birthday. Oh, happy birthday, dude. Kid, 26 hours? Yeah, you need sleep, dude. Evan, if you want to email me regarding the Mezco Mezits, kane218@gmail.com. That is, you'll see in my header, Predator Collectibles. You'll know who it is. Just email me, or you can private message me here on the YouTube channel regarding the Mezco Mezits. But again, happy birthday, dude. And you know what? You don't have to pay me anything for the Mezco Mezits. Now that I know it's your birthday, that's a birthday present to you. So happy birthday. Just give me your address and I'll ship it out. I wish you'd have said that, actually. But yeah, that's a birthday present to you. Alright. Again, happy birthday, sweet dreams, and I'll talk to you later, Evan. I appreciate you stopping by. Pretty says 37. Yeah, I'm still young, but I got 28 years left before I can officially retire, if I can retire. So it's like, no, I want to retire early. I want my financial independence. I want to be financially confident. I want to be able to enjoy doing something instead of forced to do it. I'd rather have the option of like, nah, this is not working for me. Yeah, well, I mean, it's his birthday, Prodigy. I don't feel comfortable charging him something for his birthday. That's just, I don't feel comfortable in doing that. So I'll send it to him. Yeah, it's a birthday present to him. I can't do that to somebody. Later, Evan. Good night. Sweet dreams. So I've been waiting for over a month for a box from Japan. I thought you would have gotten that already, City. What happened? Imagine why even the situation go on is huh. Wait, this is not the same. This is not the bust. You already got the bust. Huh, you're gonna have to talk to me about that one. She's most excited for the PTLT? Yeah, so am I. I'm curious what they're gonna do with it. I'm just double checking. Alright, it's 9 o'clock, yeah. So I think with Evan going to sleep, it's 9 o'clock my time. I have to eat dinner, and I just want to have everybody jump onto the live stream just to talk about more of San Diego Comic-Con. I'm excited for it, at least from NECA's standpoint. I'm not sure of any other releases or any exclusives that are coming out Predator-wise. I still have not heard anything from Mezco regarding their 1/12th scale Predator Jungle Hunter that they've announced last year for New York Comic-Con. So we'll have to wait and see on the 1/12th line if that's even going to still be a thing. I hope they're still going to produce it. This is oh, I'm planning on doing some shopping too. I did get a gift card for my birthday this month. Oh, well, happy birthday, Breda. I didn't realize it was your birthday either. Sorry, girl. Yeah. This month has just been crazy. But I just wanted to make sure that you guys were aware that if you've ever ordered or pre-ordered anything from Dark Horse, I think, actually, now that I think about it, Trash mentioned it before he left, that with Diamond cutting ties with DC, I don't know if that has anything to do with it. I highly doubt it. But with DC distributing or Diamond distributing, that might be a cause. I just thought about it. Because Diamond distribution for comic books cut ties with DC Comics. So that may be a factor in it. I don't know if Dark Horse Comics has followed suit about cutting ties with Diamond Publishing or Diamond distributing. Anyway, our project, yeah. Good night, sweet dreams. And like I said, if you by any chance are aware of my channel and this is your first time watching it for the first time, I'm just a Predator fan. We saw in the chat, we talk about Predator pretty much all the entire time. And I love this franchise just as much as everyone here in the chat loves it too. And I'm going to cut it off, but there's not a lot going on for the month of June. I was hoping that there would be more announcements for San Diego Comic-Con at home. Probably next month there will be more coming out. But I want to thank you guys so much again for your time, and if you haven't yet subscribed, make sure that, of course, that you do so. I hope you enjoy Predator as much as I do. Hit that subscribe button as well as the bell notification, and I'll have a review for you next week like I always do. And until then, I love you guys. See you later. Sweet dreams. And I'm going to off to go talk to dinner, and I'll probably talk to my son once he gets on here as well. But City Hunter Love, thank you. Prodigy, Prita, happy birthday. Evan, dude, happy birthday. I hope he messages you later. And Trash has already said his goodbyes. But love you all. Peace. And happy hunting. See you guys later.